Will a husk turn into a drowned if it underwater? Want to know how to sleep with a villager in one bed? Here are 41 Minecraft experiments that will blow your mind. As we all know, the totem is useful for avoiding death. But what happens if you place the totem on the ground and then fall from a great height? When I tested it, the totem still saved me. A boat will burn if it touches lava, but if you gather striders using a warped fungus on a stick and ride a boat on top of them, you can travel across lava without needing a saddle. If you enchant your shield with 1 million thorns, will it protect you from mobs? Surprisingly, when you block with the shield, the thorns enchantment won't activate. However, as soon as you lower the shield, the thorns effect will trigger, damaging any mobs that attack you. Will an enderman still get angry if you look into its eyes using a spyglass? When I tested it, the enderman still got mad. What happens if you breed a sheep named Dinnerbone? Will the baby also be upside down? When I tested it, the baby sheep was not upside down. However, this is different for slimes. If you kill a slime named Dinnerbone, the baby slimes will still be upside down. Can you open a chest outside the world border? When I tested it, a single chest outside the border could not be opened. However, for a double chest with one half inside and the other half outside the border, you can still open it. Here's how you can sleep together with a villager. As we know, if you try to sleep in a bed occupied by a villager, the villager will wake up. However, if you break and place the bed at the same time, the villager will stay asleep, allowing you to sleep beside them. As we know, wolves will attack skeletons, but will they attack skeleton horses? When I tested it by placing both a skeleton and a skeleton horse together, the wolf attacked the skeleton first. However, after the skeleton died, the wolf did not attack the skeleton horse. Endermen will die if they fall from a great height, but what happens if they fall into water? Since water damages them, will they still die? When I tested it, the Enderman took damage but immediately teleported away. Water actually saved its life. Can you use a debug stick for crafting like a regular stick? When I tried to craft a ladder using a debug stick, it didn't work. It cannot be used for crafting. Can carpets protect you from campfire? If you place a carpet on top of a campfire and stand on it, the carpet will protect you from the fire damage of the campfire. Can carpets protect you from magma blocks? Since carpets can protect you from campfires, I tested whether they work on magma blocks. When I tried it, carpets did not protect me from magma block damage. As we know, snow golems will die if placed in the nether, but can powdered snow protect them? When I tested it, the snow golem still died. However, you can use a fire resistance potion to keep it safe. As we know, zombies will turn into drowned if they stay in water for too long. But what happens if we give them a water breathing potion? When I tested it, the zombie still transformed into a drowned. Did you know that the wandering trader is smarter than a villager? If you set a villager on fire, it will run around aimlessly. However, if you set a wandering trader on fire, it will run towards water to extinguish itself. You can even create a maze to test its pathfinding skills. Can Endermen teleport outside the world border? By shrinking the world border and surrounding an Enderman with water, then letting it fall, the Enderman can teleport outside the world border. If you throw an invisibility potion at a saddled pig, the pig will disappear, but the saddle remains visible. However, what happens if you do the same with a horse? When I tested it, both the horse and its saddle completely disappeared. Can a levitation potion save you from fall damage? If you throw it with perfect timing, the levitation effect can indeed save you just before hitting the ground. What happens if you shoot fire charges into the end portal using a dispenser? When you teleport into the end, only one fire appears on the ground. What happens if you shoot an arrow into the end portal? When you teleport into the end, you can see the arrow still shooting on the other side. What happens if you shoot fireworks into the end portal? When I entered the portal, the fireworks created a beautiful explosion on the other side. Crashing into a wall at high speed with an elytra will deal damage, but can a slime block protect you? When I tested it, the slime block did not prevent the damage. Crashing into a wall at high speed with an elytra will deal damage, but can a cobweb protect you? When I tested it, the cobweb successfully prevented the damage. Crashing into a wall at high speed with an elytra will deal damage, but can powdered snow protect you? When I tested it, a single layer of powdered snow was not enough to prevent damage. However, with 3 to 5 layers, it successfully provided protection. Crashing into a wall at high speed with an elytra will deal damage, but can water protect you? When I tested it, water successfully prevented any damage. Crashing into a wall at high speed with an elytra will deal damage, but can lava protect you? Surprisingly, when I tested it, lava was able to prevent the damage. As we know, falling dripstone deals damage when it hits a mob, but can cobweb protect a villager standing beneath it? When I tested it, the cobweb successfully protected the villager from the falling dripstone. As we know, falling dripstone deals damage when it hits a mob, but can powdered snow protect a villager standing beneath it? When I tested it, the powdered snow successfully protected the villager from the falling dripstone. As we know, slime blocks can save you from fall damage, but does the same apply to an anvil? When I tested it, the anvil still took damage upon impact. Placing a boat on a soul sand water beam will boost it upwards, while placing it on a magma block will pull it down. But what happens if we combine both? When I tested it, the boat stayed underwater, but wasn't pulled all the way to the surface. Will a healing arrow heal you if you only have half a heart? When I tested it, the healing arrow actually dealt damage and instantly killed me. However, if you wear a leather helmet, the healing arrow will heal you instead. Will an arrow deal damage while you're sleeping? When I tested it, I let an arrow fall on me while I was in bed. Surprisingly, it knocked me out of the bed but didn't reduce my health. Will a trident deal damage while you're sleeping? When I tested it, I let a trident fall on me while I was in bed. Surprisingly, the trident neither knocked me out of the bed nor dealt any damage. Will TNT deal damage while you're sleeping? When I tested it, I let TNT explode while I was in bed. Surprisingly, the TNT destroyed the bed but did not reduce my health. What happens if you use a weakness potion level 255 and attack with a sharpness level 255 sword? Will it deal damage or not at all? When I tested it on a warden, the damage still applied and it only took 3 to 4 hits to kill the warden. What happens if you use a mining fatigue level 255 potion and an efficiency level 255 pickaxe? Can you still break blocks or not? When I tested it, I was still able to break obsidian quite fast despite the mining fatigue effect. As we know, zombies turn into drowned when underwater, but does this also apply to husks, zombified piglins, and zombie villagers? When I tested it, husks first transform into zombies, then into drowned. However, this does not work for zombified piglins and zombie villagers. How fast do you need to walk to avoid burning while crossing lava? When I tested it, having speed 62 is enough to let you cross lava without catching fire. Can waterlogged leaves save a villager? When I placed a lot of TNT around it and detonated them after the explosion, I checked inside. Surprisingly, the villager survived. As we know, when you're in spectator mode and enter a mob, you see through its vision. For example, a creeper's vision appears green. However, if you use /kill while inside a creeper's body and then respawn, your vision will remain like a creeper's. You can toggle this effect on and off by pressing F4. Which dripstone will kill the villager? The small one or the big one? You might think the big dripstone is the answer, but you're wrong. When you drop the big dripstone, the villager actually survives. However, when you drop the small dripstone, the villager dies instantly. This happens because the damage from the dripstone is calculated based on the height it falls from, not its size. That's it for today's Minecraft experiments. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-blowing discoveries. See you in the next video.